Thanks for seeing me again.
Yeah, no problem. How many concussions you had?
I think 24.
How are you even walking?
When I started wrestling, I had a mission to become an iconic person in my industry.
Wrestling's your life, I know, I get it. But you gotta stop.
Where am I gonna go?
Get you out now, maybe your daughter has a dad to walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
Ah, my little one, this is how it's done. You play your part, and I'll play mine.
He's never gonna stop being a wrestler, because that's who he is. But it's just a matter of time until he gets hurt badly, and that's something that I'm not ready for.
Ah, my little one, it'll be just fine. Your bruise will fade, and your bones didn't break.
I just don't know how to do anything else.
Ah, my little one,
This is exactly where I'm supposed to be.
it'll be just fine. Your bruise will fade.
This is home.
I think you should get braids back. They look so mint.
What's going on, TIW Mafia? It's Black Friday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. I am full. I've had turkey 2 nights in a row. It's looking like it's going to stretch out to about 7 nights of turkey. Tons of leftovers. This is our Black Friday edition, something we've never really done before because we never really did giveaways before. But there's going to be a few things that come up for giveaways tonight. So, what's going on, Josh? How was your Thanksgiving?
Dude, it's awesome. I'm still full. As always, you can find us anywhere at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. That's at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. Or as always, hashtag Free Fig Friday is where you can find us.
What a figure too.
I just decided, dude. I bought them for less than I probably should have, and I just figured since it's like Thanksgiving is special to me, man. It's just one of those special holidays that I've always looked back on as a kid. That's had a huge impact on me and like my respect for how hard people work and what they do, and also like this was the first time I actually made a turkey. Like I made the dinner, man.
You cooked?
I made it. Yeah. I made the entire thing.
Did you do the meats and tweets, boys? Good.
You would have to ask Timber on that. I think I did good. I mean, we ate it. It wasn't dry.
You're all alive today.
I mean, that's really the way
it wasn't
that it
dry. If it wasn't dry, that's sort of key.
It wasn't dry. I mean, I made it all. It was, and the shitty thing is like we had it for a couple days. I was up at 6 o'clock making this turkey, is what I'm calling it, and I was reading the unthaw directions instead of like cooking it directions. I could have started this thing at 9 because Timber got off at 2, but I started it at 6, so it was done like 4 hours early. Oh. So I just took it out. I like took the tinfoil. I like covered it all up. I let it rest. So when it came out, dude, it was kind of like it was cooked, but like really slow cooked. But so it was pretty good.
What's up? I want to say what's up real quick because these are like our loyal guys, Tommy Flynn and Bobby D. I see them at UFO when UFO runs all the time. We got Timber, of course, and we got 80 Proof. The 80 Proof podcast. Did you happen to listen to this week's?
I don't, dude. I feel so guilty. Because you know how my time is limited. Like my time is, right. We try not to put over the stuff that we're doing for people, but like literally, there's
there's more people. A big project going on.
There's more people that reached out this week that includes like a couple Major League Baseball players, another rocking. Like there's just
Yeah.
people that are asking us for help because this is what we've done for so long. That it's just nice, and it's nice that we have people that hang out with us, like Lori and Bobby D and Tommy and Timber and everybody that comes in here and spends time with us. And then those people, they go out to, literally, you guys, you're going out to 10,000 or more at specific times of the month. It really depends. Plus multiply that times whatever. I mean, there's a lot of people hearing these names and just having fun. So it's just, it's a lot.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say 80 proof is Jay and not Rucka. For anyone who doesn't know, that's Chris Rucker and Jay Baum from Talkamania that do 80 proof podcast, and it's a.
But be clear though, because then they'll associate Chris Rucker with Talkamania's podcast, and that probably wouldn't go over. But if you want to DM Boot to the Face, you can do that because you can go follow Boot to the Face and then DM if you want.
And it's on full press. It's on the full press coverage. It's a non-wrestling, non-sports sort of life. Now I tuned in Wednesday night. They did a special episode. They called up, so Rucka had told a story that J Bomb didn't believe. And they called up Rucka's mother for clarification. And she not only clarified that story, but she went into another story, and I wouldn't be surprised if Chris didn't talk to his mother Thanksgiving dinner.
What? Can we talk about this story? No,
yeah, I don't want to give...
Make him go listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but it ends with Rucker as a little kid asking his uncle how far he can pee. But you guys got to listen to hear the whole story. It is awesome. And the whole podcast was great. Find out what certain genre of movies J-Bomb never seen.
I've heard we might have to have a racial intervention, is what I've heard. Could possibly be a racial intervention that needs to happen.
So, those two are great. They're good friends, like friends we've made through this, and it's a great podcast. It's hysterical.
So no, I haven't. But here's the thing: is like I will end up taking the time when I go out and I go on my walks and do stuff like that. It's one of the ones that I get to add to the list and do stuff. But it's, dude, when you're being it's hard to explain to people what it's like to do this, to help people out, to do what we do for people, and then to come and just like be a parent and full time. Dude, this isn't easy. It's not. But this is where I get to come and have fun and talk about the cool stuff.
And I'm single. I have no kids. I'm single, so like, having a night off Wednesday night with not having to get up Thursday for work, I had some time to tune in. I did the Zoom. They do a Zoom call after that. They let the fans in on too, which is pretty cool.
Oh, so they shit on them at the same time. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. It was from. They tried to get me to battle Mike on the Zoom call.
Well, like you said, clarification is I think Mike's going to go full out on you. Just know that.
I'm going to go full out. We talked. Like, there's nothing really off limits. Like, we're going to get personal with each other, but it's not personal. It's
Mike from Chaos Theory. Mike from Chaos Theory has a song.
He's a good rapper.
Absolutely. That's pretty cool. Talks about all the podcasts that are at full press. And JP, without even hearing it, said that he could probably beat him in, I guess, what we would call a rap battle.
Rap battle. I'm more lyrical. I'll be more lyrical than he is. I'll have more bars than he does.
But the tempo will be slower because you'll need to be intoxicated.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have no. But I don't have as steady of a flow as he has. He has a really good flow. Like, it sounds good.
Okay, so it does. I'm just saying, like.
Now, the other one I wanted to talk about too is we're just putting over all the full press coverage, boys. We are on WNS too, WrestlingNewsSource.com. We can't forget Ben and Christy over there, a big supporters of ours all along. But tomorrow, I don't know what time, to be honest with you, but Ringside Rant is going to have our good friend Rich Palladino.
Rich Palladino. That's going to be cool, man.
I was talking to RJ today about that. Rich may be mad at me at the end. I fed RJ some info, so we'll see.
Well, I had Timber ask a question, too, so it'll be fun to to put that out there. I think that's just fun for me. So
I want to know if Let's get into wrestling. What's going on in wrestling this week? Is that,
Let's talk
I know,
about the reason we're here for Taker, right?
Yes.
I want to get people's opinions in that are here watching this, but as well, again, at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. You can hit me, JP, either one of us. We're out there hanging out. We try to be as interactive as we possibly can. The main thing is just I don't know, like I want to know what everybody's favorite Taker match is of all time, and you can't King of the Ring '98 can't be included in that. You can't just automatically. I think that has to be one exclusionary, right?
Was that the
That's Foley on top of the.
Yeah, that was the I wouldn't exclude it, but I would ask that people. I mean, that wasn't his best match. That was a great match. It was maybe his most historical match. But there's been so many. I mean, there was, I don't know, WrestleMania 12 on, something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. Tommy's already got the Mankind Undertaker Hell in a Cell. It is. That's a great match. But my take on Taker and the whole, like he talks about, and I don't know if you guys have watched his stuff on the network, but when he talks about when he took that concussion in that following year, when it was him and Roman, I think in WrestleMania 33, like he talks about how his confidence was broken, like he was broken.
He didn't want to lose. You know, Taker wasn't a guy. He wasn't a Hulk Hogan that was saying, no. brother, I'm not losing to him.
No.
You're going to lose. We're killing the streak. It's going to be Brock. All right, cool, whatever. I don't think it should be. You sure? Yep, all right. He had said that he had thought Roman should have been the guy.
Right. And I think that's kind of where we'll get into it later, but you know, when I talked about my favorite Taker matches.
Think about it, 2 years ago, if Roman was the guy that did that, Roman was the biggest babyface in the business. If he did that.
Can I give you my 2 cents on this when I talk about Roman Reigns? I really think, and this is my honest truth, and I said this when another individual used to hang out on the podcast. As I said, you know, he did this, and he said, I don't want to be the man that's out there and you look to your kids and say, man, I used to see him in the day. And that's what we got to. That's what we got to with Taker. And it's not anything other than he's right. Those years and 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 years of being on the road, taking those bumps, and just when that red light hits, that adrenaline hits, and you go. Like the years of just putting his health aside caught up with him. It really did, and that's what sucks. But when it comes to favorite matches, man, when him and Shawn Michaels, I could watch that one probably over and over and over again because of the psychology. I'm a psychology dude when it comes to pro wrestling, and I love that match.
Me and you didn't talk about this. You asked me to come up with my favorite Undertaker match, and I did. And I came up with WrestleMania 25 HBK. I was there. Like, how do I not? You know, that is the best match I've ever seen live in my life.
This is awesome. So this is the fun part about going live and doing stuff like this. Is it's always technical issues weekly. Yeah, it's why we do a podcast and we don't do this the way we probably should in a live atmospheres.
Although that same person that you were talking about that used to hang out with us would be proud of me with my new camera today.
Yes. Yes.
For some reason, that was his biggest pet peeve.
Couldn't see your face. We have radio faces. That's the problem. We have podcast and radio faces. So that's funny that we both came up with the same match. I mean, there's a ton of them to choose from. Even some of the casket matches. And we both. I just think the psychology match in that was.
I just noticed Tommy Flynn set his picture to us too.
Yeah,
guys, that is like seriously, like you guys are what fucking I was thankful for yesterday. Honest to God, like the people that I've met through this show is what I was thankful for.
And I guess that's the biggest thing for when we're talking about today or the day after, when it comes to the Thanksgiving is like, what are you most thankful for? I guess right now, when Thanksgiving comes up, man.
Being able to do this, so many years later, 15 years later, still being able to do this with, and having made one of my best friends through doing this, and having people that actually go in and listen to it on it. There's not a lot to be thankful for in 2020. We have this. I have this.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's when we look back and like the growth and how much we've grown and what we've done and the people that we've met and the opportunities that have presented themselves. It's not like we're not making house payments off of this. This is still, we get by. We do what we need to do.
Yeah.
We're not sitting in a studio someplace where people are paying us, tens of thousands of dollars a year to do this at this point. But it's just fun. It's like you said, we've been doing this for 15 years. People will spend and obsess over and over and over again about how to do a show and how do you get there and let's do the format. And really, honestly, it's you come up with what works for you. Now, ours is we don't really talk about so much wrestling anymore. We don't talk about that outside of the podcast. We save it for an hour that we get to do this during the week, and then we talk about life outside of this. The podcast it's still it's not, to me, it's still a hobby, but it's more serious because I'm seeing people scratching and digging and making it places and doing things. And I'm not saying we're at that level. I'm not saying that we aren't. I'm just saying that I am thankful for what I get to do, how I get to do it. And then I'm with and surrounded by people in my life that are supportive of the friends that I have in my life and what I love in it. That's the biggest thing, because I'm going to tell you, dude, if you don't have 100% support in what you're trying to do and what you're trying to chase, you're fucked. You're fucked from day one.
And you do have a great support system there. Like, Timber's awesome.
Yeah.
Your parents have always been great.
Yeah. I can't. And like Vampiro said, and I don't want to get too much into this because I guess we are talking about Thanksgiving. It's just, I'm grateful that I have the ability to look introspectively before I start flashing out at other people.
Oh, I have people have been trying to figure out for years, like not just on the podcast, but outside the podcast, basically my whole life. I never told people what JP stood for. I joke and I say it's just perfect. I think I'm ready to tell people.
I don't think you are.
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I am the real Johnny Podcast.
Fuck off, dude. What the hell, man?
Fuck that guy.
What a piece of shit.
That's my take. That's my opinion and nobody else's.
Fuck that piece of shit.
I had to do that.
I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for the fact that we dig, we grind, we don't sit back. It's Free Fig Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. We used to we would pump the brakes, take it off, not really.
Yeah.
But now
there were times we took almost like 2 months off, almost.
Yeah, and it's because
if we take a week, we have at least 2 shows in the can, like that are ready to put up, that are really good fucking shows.
Mm-hmm. And we, I don't know, man. I'm excited to continue to do this, continue to grow, continue to establish relationships and network. And that's really all. Aren't we all just here? I mean, anybody can pick up a microphone and call it a podcast, right? Anybody can do that anymore.
Yep.
Anybody.
Did you watch any wrestling this week?
Yeah, absolutely. I watched as much as I possibly could. I'm consumed by. I don't want to take this out of context. I'm consumed by us taking a break here real quick since we're 20 minutes in.
Yes.
And then when we come right back on the end of this break on the podcast, and for you guys live, we're just going to keep going. But on the podcast, when we come back on the side of this break, I really want to talk about what somebody said to me or to us. Ooh. But I don't want to put that individual on record yet as far as their comment towards AEW and WCW. So I'm the Yeti, Josh. This is JP. You're listening to Irish Whip, and we'll be right back. That's easy, right? That's an easy break. We come back.
Did you just like jump under the water or something?
What do you mean?
Well, you were like holding your nose as you went on break.
No, I got this, dude. My allergies are killing me. My allergies are killing me right now, and I don't know. It's something that's I don't know what's up here. It sounded like
but-
I was going in the water.
So somebody was talking about AEW and WCW, huh?
Yeah. So the verbiage, and I don't want to use this out of context. So I think it was to the effect of "fuck those WCW rental motherfuckers," is I think is what it was in context towards. Don't want to quote the individuals or individual, but I pretty much, and it's hard for me to now watch AEW and get that out of my mind because
That's
it is in essence where we're at is another same home, same kind of money, same backing, same everything.
and depending on who was booking WCW back in the day, they used smaller guys. They used a lot of like independent guys. So
And that's no disrespect. It just
no, I mean that was Kevin Sullivan, who was one of the best bookers of all time. Used a lot of independent guys, a lot of Northeast guys.
you know, and I'm an obsessive watcher of AEW Dark on Tuesdays. Like if I'm cooking on Tuesday nights, man, it's literally on YouTube in the kitchen playing like while it's going because I may have missed somebody. I didn't find this person. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to get that out of my head when people talk about WCW, WWE, watching wrestling. You know, what do you watch? What do you don't watch? Honestly, man, I'm all over Ring of Honor and MLW right now.
Yes.
I really, really, really am all over Ring of Honor and Major League Wrestling. More than I've been on. I think I'm on that more that now than I've been on Beyond Wrestling for the last 2 or 3 years since we.
How big do you think Matt Bennett can be in Ring of Honor coming back? How big do you think his return and putting the Kingdom back together with him and Taven? How big do you think that can be?
Huge.
Yeah,
I think
that's got potential to reach the masses.
You still have the Briscoe brothers still sitting there holding that place down, and you've got Flip, you've got what's that? Who did Ringside? Who we were just talking about the other day? This kid's been dude. I don't know. I'm.
Yeah, John Walters. John Walters coming back to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it reminds. I want to get. You know when the Ring of Honor changed for me is when the Code of Honor left.
Yes.
When the Code of Honor left Ring of Honor, the fans of Ring of Honor left.
So,
like, quote, I don't care. I don't give a fuck who you are. Quote me on that. When you got rid of the Code of Honor and Ring of Honor, that's when your fans left. 100%.
I think John Walters was the pure champ back then. Oh, he might have been the first.
And this is my time. Like we were just talking about the pure champ. Like Wheeler was in this championship. So was John Gresham. So were these other individuals. I just haven't had a chance to go back and watch this stuff. And to be honest, I comp Ring of Honor in MLW, but I've been watching more Major League Wrestling than I have Ring of Honor.
So John Walters coming back. John Walters won the ROH Pure Championship from Doug Williams on August 28th. I don't know what year. He defended against McGuinness, Homicide.
Oh, dude. Nigel.
I'm reading this off of Wikipedia, and it literally says Homicide and then in parentheses, wrestler, just in case we think he beat a Homicide rap. Jimmy Rave and Jay Lethal. But Walters is like one of the best out there, and him coming back, he had some legendary battles up here in the Northeast with guys you guys have never heard of. Maybe Bobby D, maybe Tommy Flynn, guys like Demon Luis Ortiz had a legendary, and they battled for years all over the Northeast.
Do you know, JP, where we are most downloaded at in the world right now?
I don't, because that's one I don't look at.
It is Chicago, Illinois. The city of Chicago, Illinois.
Really?
Is first in the nation. Number 2 is the city of Philadelphia.
2 huge wrestling states, so that, I mean, 2 cities. Makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, but what it makes sense to me is that it's more validation of the people that are listening to us are in that area. That's what makes me feel good.
Yeah. It could be CM Punk.
Oh my God, man. You're killing me, dude. All I'm saying is, if you're not watching Ring of Honor, if you're not watching Major League Wrestling, and you're one of the ones that are out there bitching like our boy Bischoff and talking about Abyss, just go check out Ring of Honor and Major League Wrestling.
Major League Wrestling could be if AEW is the WCW, would you say MLW sort of the ROH of that?
No, I think MLW
this
will
area?
always. I think Major League Wrestling is beginning to set a foothold of its own, like with this rebranding and the relaunch and the everything. If I was to go back to the 90s when you had ECW, WCW, Ring of Honor, did I already say? I probably left out the E because I assume everybody does that.
That's
right. So if you put, and I throw Combat Zone in there because there's a lot of guys right now that you guys are watching on TV right now.
You were a diehard with Combat Zone. You've been a diehard on the, like, you've had a good radar for the companies that are about to break.
Yes.
You were watching TNA before, when TNA was the pay-per-views, before they had the Real TV deal. And
yeah, it's $9.95 every Wednesday night. Yep. I mean, I've been invested. I mean, you could throw the Limitless, Randy Carver and Limitless. There's Elevate Pro. People are going, what? They just, like, I didn't know this, but we booked somebody here to come on the show. It's been sold. It's a different person that's running it. She is doing a great job and promoting it in a healthy manner. But dude, it switches a lot of times. Talent gets taken from the Northeast, I think, on a ratio of probably 65-35. And that may be high, maybe low, but when I look at the rosters and I look at the people in NXT and I look at the relationship of where they train, who they train with, how long are they traveling to Ohio to hang out in AAW? Do they hang out all the way? Do they travel all the way to the West? All of this stuff comes into play for me because I'm that type of dude. I'm that mark. So when you talk about TNA, that's why I have issue when we've got this up, and I just want to talk about, like, I understand people don't like Abyss. People don't appreciate Abyss.
I always liked Abyss. And I liked Abyss as a character. I like Abyss as a person.
Both.
I liked Abyss as a character before I ever met him as a person.
Right.
So
And what I want people to take away from this, okay, is if you're listening to this podcast, I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you for everything that you do. You download the podcast, you hang out, the people that are here in person, like, if you haven't played the drinking game yet, you have to come watch, because JP tries to hold back yawns. And I think that's 4 if I'm counting, or 5 possibly. So if you're playing the JP yawns during a podcast drinking game, you should possibly be drunk a half hour in.
Well, Bobby D just told us earlier he is drinking tonight, so he's got some blackberry brandy and some eggnog for us. So, but I want Bobby. I want the fucking deer. Like, you're out hunting. I want the game you're coming back with.
Here's what's gonna happen is, we're finally gonna see the turn that everybody's been wanting with Kenny Omega. They figured it with Adam Page. They let the whole thing play out. We're gonna get the turn, and he's talking about the whole AEW. I think he wants to be in the E. I think he wants to be part of the WWE.
He does. I was having a conversation before he signed with AEW, when he was still finishing up the ROH deal. I was talking to somebody who was in the know, who I obviously can't say. We've never been that person before.
No.
But I can't say because it's, it was said to me in confidence. And I said, do you think he wants to show up in AEW? And he went, nope, I know he wants to show up in WWE.
Well, again, let's go pay some bills for the podcast. We're a half hour in, again, at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. We're going to pay some bills real quick for everybody that's watching this live. We're going to be right back. We'll do some Free Fig Friday. Is about, I don't know, what do you say, JP? About 50 minutes away. We'll spin this wheel and give away this Taker 30.
What? Oh, I just figured out. I just figured out why Kane came out in Gimmick.
Okay. Well, let's take a break. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about how JP just figured out why Kane came out in Gimmick. Okay, we're back. Tell me why.
So,
Let's go.
I'm
Everybody's
actually looking at action figures right now. Okay.
okay.
Have you seen the Survivor Series figures for 2020?
Yes, I just saw a picture of it.
Kane wasn't part of Survivor Series other than coming out for The Undertaker, but yet there's an action figure for him in his gear.
Yep. That's your solution?
They-
Just because there's
they
a
did
picture
it
of an
to-
action figure?
They did it to sell an action figure.
You serious? Are you fair?
Do you put it past him?
No, I don't put it past him. I think you're okay.
It would not have made sense if they sold the action figure and he came out in a suit.
That's true. True. When did Taker in for you? We were talking about this before he came on. I think we might talk to.
He hasn't yet. Like, Taker is still Taker. He'll always be Undertaker.
Do you believe the rumor, Bill, of this gimmick being passed down?
No.
To somebody at all?
They better not. I swear to God, and I've never said this. Everybody, a lot of other people say this. I will not turn on WWE if any other character is doing the Undertaker.
At all?
Yeah, so if that character is not on, I'll turn it on. If that character is on, I will not turn it on. I will shut it off, and that's how I will speak my voice.
Doink the Clown. That's all I gotta say. Doink the Clown.
I love Doink.
I do too, but how many people have been Doink the Clown or claimed to have been Doink the Clown or signed
yes.
autographs as Doink the Clown or I was Undertaker. I was the real Undertaker. I was this Taker.
I know 3 Doinks.
See what I mean, dude? That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Hey, can I settle a beef here before we spin the wheel and just kind of talk
Yeah.
for a little while as we go out? 2 things. I wanna tell everybody that felt like me having Peyton Royce on a top 10 was
Yeah.
bullshit. Bailey just said it. Okay, so dude, I may not be a smart guy when it comes to picking matches. I may not be intelligent when it comes to the outcomes. I can relatively book a decent show if I know who needs to be in it, and I goddamn know when I can see talent when it comes walking down. And I don't mean that arrogantly. It's ridiculous. And I can sit there, and Timber will vouch for this. I'll sit there and watch a show and I'm like, well, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. And it just happens. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant. It's just, I think
Right.
I've consumed enough of the product now. And I've seen enough of the independent product to see how the dance moves correlate to what's going to happen next in a match, which is starting to suck a little bit on my end. And when I see somebody like a Peyton Royce that comes along, or Layla Hirsch, or Lady Frost, or
Yeah.
Masha Slamovich, or I mean, that's what I get excited about. When I see when I see the JP Warhorses, when I see the Razor Wings that tear off their mask and become and have to evolve because of shit that happened to them that was out of their control. We've seen people that was frantic, which is now, God, I guess that's the thing, dude. If you can be relevant and continue to make yourself relevant, which Peyton Royce always will be, and to me, that's my rant. If you didn't think Peyton Royce was worthy enough, now you got number 1 of the world saying, wow. Once I saw her get in the ring, I was like, wow, dude, you're incredible. And she is. Like, she is good, man. She is good.
I have seen, you just said Lady Frost.
Yes.
And I've watched her come from a point where it was like, all right, she's okay,
Yes.
to the point where she's ready.
Right?
I've seen the same thing with Layla Hirsch. Like, I've seen Layla Hirsch be from the point where, I mean, she was always really good in my opinion, but like, she could be on TV every week now.
Yes.
She should be on TV every week now.
How do you make room for those individuals that we think should be on TV every week when there is not?
They don't have. Okay, so you can be on a company. Like, just because WWE has this thing, and the independents do it now too, Like, just because you work for you work for a wrestling company, don't let the fans see you every week. It makes you, like, if you eat chocolate ice cream every single day, right? You could love chocolate ice cream. If you eat chocolate ice cream every single day, does it mean anything to you?
No.
But if you put a little break in the middle, it's a little something special, right?
Right. Or you go to the. I am in agreement with you. In spoiler alert, as far as when it comes to interviews and talent, the only reason talent should ever do an interview is to make sure that they're getting over it and that they're not getting the podcast over. And if you're doing interviews as talent and you don't know who the people are and you don't know,
you have to.
You got to make sure that you're checking stuff out. You really do. And same with podcasts. Check out your talent, man. Because after this Me Too movement, there's two people on the list that we're associated with. That's just the way that it goes. So look at Tommy. Tommy wants us to spin the wheel.
What is
ready for us to spin the wheel?
I'm not spinning the wheel until Tommy tells me what the hell an AEW tournament is.
Which one?
And Tommy said he's having an AEW tournament. I want to know what. Tell us about it, Tommy.
Is he?
You know what? Tell us about it while we spin. How about that?
Do it. I want to spin before our next break. So let's just spin before our next break, and let's give this thing away.
Oof.
How many times are you gonna? Timber better retweeted this.
I got a shuffle. I don't think she did.
Oh, she's fired.
I'm shuffling. Y'all see me shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling.
Rucker said the most flips AEW tournament. Oh my God.
Hold on. It's a lot. This is a full board again, so I'm going to go up to 40 seconds.
Okay. Do 44. Brian Bosworth, Oklahoma.
Danny Ainge. 44. I hope this music plays. I did hit share the music.
It's 44 seconds.
There's no music.
Christmas music. That's awesome.
Huh?
That's Christmas music. That's awesome, dude.
Do you
That's a great
hear
job. Yeah, great job.
I don't
great job.
hear it.
You can't because you're the one who spun the wheel. You can't hear
Okay.
it. I can.
All right. Cool.
44 seconds is long. I'm trying to figure out.
And then it slows down, and it keeps going for like 10 minutes after it slows down.
Oh my God.
There was a lot of new names this week on there.
Uh-oh.
And who was that? AC Casanova. AC Casanova's been on there about the past month or so.
Yeah. AC Casanova, just make sure you DM the page here so I can make sure that I get that fig to you. Just get us your address and, dude, we'll get that Undertaker's Dirty figured out to you. I'm excited, dude. It's
I'm horrible. So I was going to, obviously, Chris Rucker won the Becky Lynch. And I never said
obviously, because he showed up on the show and just happened to win the night that he came on the show. That was.
But I never sent it out. I wound up ordering him ordering a new one, and I'm going to keep the one I had to give away. So I'm up to like 6. I'm up to 7, 8 figures now.
Really?
For someone that didn't collect before.
Yeah, I went all in head first deep. I went deep, man.
I have
Hey,
and then I have the cane for Nick Haddix. I still got to send out too. I'm gonna throw something in extra with him though, because he's been patient and he's been good about waiting. So,
let's take our last break in, dude. Let's take our last.
I'm gonna spin the wheel again when we come back.
I know. I want to spin the wheel on the end when we come back. I still
gotta stay.
I still have a pop that I want to give away for people that are hanging out with us. So I got a pop here that I want to give away. I don't know if there's people out there that are fans of pop, but this is a pretty cool pop, dude. Look at that.
That is. I was just looking at that one actually.
That's a Miz. So, and people are like, this is how I get rid of my attachment issues when people want something to breathe, JP. All I really do is just make sure that I give it up and somebody else can let it go. Because I have a difficult time with opening action figures when it comes to pro wrestling.
Oh, I don't open mine either, to be honest. But I don't have kids. Like, you got little jacks running around the house that wants to play with the wrestlers, man.
I know. And you keep telling them every time we do this, like, he gets in here and you tell him to open up the action figures, all the Cenas. And
Yes.
it'd be okay if it wasn't like Dawkins and Ford and Cena.
Andre the Giant and
Like, if he came in and accidentally opened up a Matt Riddle, I'd be like, oh, whatever. But you open up like Angelo Montez.
yeah. If he opened
You know.
up a Matt Riddle, you'd be like, bro.
Yeah, bro. Or go play with it. He's already broken. He ripped off fucking Becky Lynch's hand the other day. So let's take a break real quick. On the other side, we'll come back. We're gonna spin the wheel again. JP's got something to give away, and I got a pop to figure away. The Miz Pop. So
I'm giving away an autograph. Y'all better fucking stay.
let's take a break. We'll come right back. Hey, I'll bring us back in. JP, it's Josh, Yeti. We're hanging out. We're gonna spin this wheel. Do you want to spin this wheel like right now? You're gonna shuffle the people and spin this thing again.
We'll shuffle it some more.
I'm doing an AEW this week. Anyone could join. Pick one wrestler if they have to put up their belt to be eligible to enter. What?
He's doing an AEW tournament, so
Oh, I win. By the way, I'm really good at exploding kittens and anything other family games. So if you ever want to play those games, I will crush you.
is that like what's the black box game there?
No. This is it's like Uno and War and Old Maid and everything mixed into one. Basically, you're playing, right, and there's you have diffused cards and exploding kitten cards. And really, what it comes down to is once you have get an exploding kitten card, you're gonna have a diffused card. You're out of the game, and you go back
Okay.
and forth until the other person can play. So we got that. We busted out last night, and I won both games we played so far. So rather than playing those games again, they went out and bought 2 more to see if they can beat me in those games. So
What's the one I'm thinking of? Well, I'm thinking of
Unstable Unicorns.
no
Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, but you can't really do that one with the kids, at least not one.
Did you keep this at 44 seconds as well? Is this another? Is this
Well,
for your
because of-
autograph?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even show them.
Yeah.
So this is I'll show it once the wheel stops. I'll show you what you won after you win. Congratulations. We just went by Boston Brew. That's Leo. No.
Same one. Same one.
No.
No way. Fully posable.
Fully posable. Fully posable podcast.
Yeah, it's good that we're not going to give an action figure to an action figure podcast.
Right? But we are going to give them, and this is cool, like once in a while, guys, we're going to do stuff like this where we just have, we've done it a lot, actually, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. It's just
Where
fun
we
to
give away something extra. Like, so I subscribe to the Pro Wrestling Crate. I don't collect autographs, but now I have a collection of autographs. And I literally, what did I do earlier, Josh? I said, I don't even know what this one is. I'm just going to pull it out of the box, and it happens to be a very nice Kalisto. 8x10, autographed, certified by the Pro Wrestling Crate. Got their little stamp on it. It's a cool, it's a nice piece, actually.
That's pretty cool. I thought you were bringing out the Britt Baker. I was about to freak out before we came
No,
on.
I'm going to actually hold on to that one.
I was going to slap you. Hey, oh, by the way, before I spin mine, listen to this, dude. So do you remember that big 16x20 Iconics autograph that I bought? That was
Yes.
fucking as big as Jack's. So I took that up there along with that No Holds Barred, Joe Gacy, and Tony Deppen autographs that I got to my dad.
Yeah.
And dude, he built me the one for the Iconics. He took like an old wood table that had been broken down. JP's trying not to yawn for those that are right here watching.
No,
He's trying not to yawn. Dude, he made me a frame out of oak for this fucking autograph, dude. It looks
That's awesome.
really, really cool.
Josh ordered this thing and then was like, he texted me right after. I think I just ordered something way too big.
Size is irrelevant, folks.
But you collect autographs. You enjoy like I. So here's my thing: is like, even when I meet people, I don't want their autograph. I want a handshake and a conversation. That means more to me than a signature, unless the signature happens to be at the bottom of a check.
Yes. The difference is, so I do collect autographs, right? But I never ask for an autograph in person, ever. The reason I collect autographs is because I like to display them, and then when people go, "Oh, who's that?" I can say, "Well, it's this person," right? And this is why I like that person. So every autograph for me that I buy has a story. Like I bought the Ashley Mazzaro autograph because that's a personal story for me. Like that's personal for me. That's something that you can't get again. No. She's just gone. It's just, you can't.
I might get my Ivar action figure autographed for the same reason that's personal to me.
I just saw somebody get their WCW, this Vampiro action figure autograph that they sent into that Superstar. Like they sent that in and paid the amount. And like just to have that personalized.
Bobby D is playing along, by the way, because he just said another sip. Thanks, buddy. It's fun, man. So what can we just do we keep doing the Christmas music? Because I want to give, if people can't see, like when I'm looking at this fig right here, I don't know if you can see there, but his glasses literally say on this Miz Pop that it says must see. It says because I'm awesome, like around the glasses. And this is a pretty. I debated not giving this away because I love this pop, dude. I love it, but I looked at it and I go, how much did I pay for this? $5. What was this? Actually, Timber paid $5 out of her pocket. I have a few Funko Pops, and it's the detail they go into is crazy.
It's real. You know why I don't have an attachment to this, JP? Is because I have a Funko Pop that I paid $75 that I have an attachment to, and that's one of one Davey Cole Rhea Ripley that can never be duplicated. That's
what are you gonna do when they make a Rhea Ripley Pop though?
Nothing. Mine's way better.
True.
Mine's way better. It's almost.
Dave does some amazing. I wanted to get the ants done for but I just couldn't afford it at that point. When Green Ant and Defant last year did the Joe Bruins thing with us, I wanted that to be like my thank you to them.
I've literally thought about, because Davey does amazing work, and I've literally thought about doing a two, like just a set. So you would actually have the colony. So you'd have Silver Ant, you'd have Thief Ant, you'd have Fire Ant, you'd have Green Ant. Like you would have all of those ants, and you'd also have on the other side, you'd have Fist. So you got Gargano. You got those. It's just, I don't know. It's just things. I like collectibles. I like things that you can pass down to kids that they have memories with. Like the stuff in this stupid little studio. Like these, you know, they tell a story. The AEW figs is like, there's no way. I walked into Walmart and got all 5 of these figs by chance. There's no way I can do that. I got all of the New Day with the pancakes. This year by chance. That's Timbers, by the way. Those are hers.
Yeah, sure.
But I bought them. Those are, you know, and the Andre the Giant one. Like it's fun because when we walk into Walmart now, literally, dude, we don't like go to let's go get some eggs, let's go get some fucking milk, let's go over here and do this. Like we literally walk and talk and go directly to the figs. Like there's no question as far as where we're going first. That's awesome. Literally that's the first place that we go to. And it's Thanksgiving, man. I'm not attached to it. I'm attached that I get to go in to a store with somebody else that shares the same love and passion for an art form that teaches life lessons to kids if you're smart enough to understand the psychology about it and let them watch it and enjoy it, man. And people put it in such a different category. And to me, having kids and watching WWE now puts it in such a different perspective. Like I understand why the Attitude Era was cool, but I understand why it doesn't work today. I really do. I understand a lot of why the WWE does what they do now, because it is a publicly traded company. And people that do these podcasts don't understand and realize that you have to, when you're looking at this, you have to take that into account when you're talking about talent and who's winning what and why Roman Reigns is on SmackDown and The Fiend is on Raw, because you can't have those two people on the same show, because obviously people are going to choose The Fiend over Roman Reigns every time. And right now you're trying to get him over as a heel. There's little things like this, these nuances that if you read and understand any type of drama, and that there's always somebody, it's the same thing. It's just repackaged in different ways, and the psychology is different.
Yeah, and you're right in that, but there's ways of booking around that. Like, you should be able to have the best wrestlers on the same show. Like, you should want that.
Let me ask you this, dude. Have you watched the special, Lana's special? Did you watch any of that?
No.
Let me ask you this, and I'm going to be real fucking serious about this. Can you imagine what it feels like to one, I just talking about me and Timber going in and we do this on a basis, and can you imagine, like, her travel partner's gone. The dude that she loves, admires, spends all of her time with on the road is gone now. All that time is gone. And you're stuck at home. You're stuck behind social media. All we're doing is scrolling and looking. And we're focusing too much on the negativity. Man, there's too much negativity. Pro wrestling is an escape. It's where it's fun. It's where it's just really cool to go watch people try to tell stories, episodic stories that either make sense or they don't. And if you're shitting on people because of what they may or may not did to you in the past, it's ridiculous, man. But that's my soapbox. I'm just happy that we have the people that we have, the listeners that we do, the people that download, and the friends that we do.
So, what was it, 2 months ago? We couldn't get a retweet on Twitter unless it was Sergeant Slaughter, who was our biggest fan for a little while.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, it's like getting 30, 40 retweets. It's like, dude, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
It translates. It to me, it's organic. This is what we've tried to do since day one: is keep it organic and have fun. We actually
brought someone on board just to help with the social media, and we wound up doing it with your idea on our own.
That's really all it came down to is that I'm not here. We're not here for. We are here for followers, of course. We're here to influence. We're here to do this. But really, what I'm here for is the friendships and to meet the people.
And here's the thing: it's like if we get followers, then we can introduce you guys to other content that we think is fun, give you guys something, and introduce you guys to other podcasts that you may not know about in other than us. So there's a lot out there.
I'm not arrogant and egotistical enough to think that people are going to listen to this podcast every week. I'm glad that they do. It's amazing that they do.
You know what's funny is, like, I got messages from 2 people today being like, "Hey, sorry, I'm not going to be able to make the chat room tonight." Like, all right, guys, you're not obligated to be here. We appreciate that you're here and we love that you're here, but don't, it's not like a job. You guys don't have to call in sick.
Yeah, we have taken the opportunity to record a podcast live because it's beneficial to us. It sharpens us. It makes it fun.
Half the time we don't talk about anything.
It's a podcast, and I wish all these people that are out there getting paid money teach people how to podcast is ridiculous. It's too easy.
I've taken classes for free, literally.
Thanks, Joe. Me. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks everybody that comes in here. Like, that's what this episode is about. Is the reason
Bobby
we continue
D's
to do
on
this?
Vacation hunting.
I know.
And he's in here.
Here's the thing, and we're going to be doing the same thing with the same figure Christmas time, like the day. Yes. It's Christmas Day, Friday. Is it the 25th?
I think so. So I think what we might do that week is we might actually spin on Wednesday and then do a replay on here Friday.
Yeah.
That way because no offense, guys, I would like the holiday. But who knows? Maybe I'll come on and just shoot the shit. Like, I know you got your family, like you got kids.
Yeah, but really, if you guys think about it, this is the time everybody will be drinking, want to break away. So the cool people that want to go see if they can win a fig and hang out and But we don't have to go an hour either. We got fillers like what this was for was a half-hour podcast that we tried to do this daily. It's too much.
And I'm trying to work on merchandise too, so we can give away some merchandise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than just these.
Hey guys, Paranormal Circle that's out there. Dude, I'm telling you, there's people. I met those guys through the broadcast. And that's an amazing it's a cool cast, dude. I like that one a lot, and I wouldn't have known that.
Paranormal, those guys would probably love what is going to happen Monday night.
Oh yeah, with Vampiro.
Yeah. So guys, Vampiro originally, just so you all know, Vampiro originally announced his podcast was going to start on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Something happened over the weekend. And he tweeted us. He sent us a message and said, "Guys, I'm not waiting. It's going to start Monday. You guys ready?" Hell yeah, let's go. We're going for that ride. We're not going to be on his podcast. We might be, and we will be definitely from time to time. But it's he's just become a friend that we're glad to be able to help out a little bit, and he's helping us out a little bit. So, but Monday night, be sure to check him out. Go on Spreaker and. Buried But Not Dead is the name of the podcast. He's going to produce it in both English and Spanish. He's going to have a whole radio station eventually with a couple of different shows, and every show he does will be both in English and Spanish. And he's a guy that's locked in some big deals before he even started.
There's a lot of stuff that we can't talk about, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't think that there's been a day that's gone by in the last month that we haven't heard from Vampiro, and there's continually and I'm not tooting horns. I'm just saying I'm really excited about the project Buried But Not Dead, because if I could, we got 3 minutes really. Let's spin the wheel for this pop, and then I want to tell this story real quick. You want to do that?
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna
shorten it to like how fast? Can you make that thing go faster, or it just
no? I can slow it down. I can't speed it up.
Don't slow it down.
No. 25?
Yeah. And shuffle that baby.
How about 20? What was LeBron? 23, 24, right? We'll do a 23, Jordan.
Thank you.
And that's, you see me shuffling, guys. We always shuffle this.
You got to share the screen, JP.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. I got you.
There we go. It was shit. I just forgot to bring it up.
You're good, man. You're good. Shuffle away. So this is for the Miz, number 72 pop. Did
you see the Macy's Day Parade?
Yeah, I watched it twice actually.
How cool? How badass do you have to be? Like, chase your dreams, guys, and don't just chase your dreams. Chase the dream to wear a throwback picture you winds up a balloon in the Macy's Day Parade.
Right.
To quote George Carroll. I love this. I love this.
Bobby D.
I love this.
Is that Bobby?
I love it.
That's awesome. There you go, Bobby. That's yours, brother. See? God, and we didn't even rig it, dude. You shuffled that and everything.
No. I am so happy. Like that, honestly, I everybody that goes on the wheel I appreciate, but guys like Bobby go above and beyond for us, so.
Yeah, that's nice. That's appreciated. That is 100%. Very, very much appreciated.
He's got to be flipping out right now. Uh-oh.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Oh, this is awesome. Hey guys, thanks again for listening to the Irish Trip Podcast. This is the Eddie, the Josh. JP's picking up his shit off the floor. We'll talk to you guys next week. Have a great weekend.